Hello, everybody. This is Jason with Stronghold Collectibles. We are about to do our FOC show. What is FOC? Final order cutoff. The date comics must be pre-ordered to guarantee that you get them. Orders after the FOC are not guaranteed. Comic shops may not order enough or any of the comics you want. Pre-order your comics and help yourself and your shop. Also, please, if you are not yet subscribed to our YouTube, please subscribe and click that notification bell. Like, follow, subscribe. If you are not part of our Discord, please reach out for an invite. We're going to be looking at first Lunar, which has DC and Image, and then we'll look at PRH, which has Marvel, Boom, several other of the smaller companies, IDW. And what we're looking at is books that need to be ordered by Monday, December 1st. So we'll be putting our orders in Monday. If you see anything you like, you want to get ordered, pick your cover, let us know. If you want to subscribe to it, just pre-order that one issue, which cover you want. We will add it to your folder, your pull list. If you're a local, it'll be pulled and put in your folder. You come pick it up and pay for us. Otherwise, if you are not local, you'll get an invoice for it, and we'll ship it out to you. Let's get started. Absolute Batman Arkham Special. Yes, this is a new one-shot for Absolute Batman. If you are currently a subscriber to Absolute Batman, you will get this in your folder, just like you did the annual. Into Arkham. The origins of the enigmatic Arkham are explored. What terrible secrets lie within its walls? And just who is assigned to protect it from discovery? This is the A cover by the interior artist Joshua Hickson. The B cover is by Javier Rodriguez. Very cool looking. This is my favorite color, the Riley Rossmo cover. Very interesting to look at, artistic. That is the C cover. Then there's also a Steve Skroce cover. Steve Skroce, one of the storyboard artists from the Matrix series, along with Jeff Darrow. Absolute Green Lantern number 10, the A cover by Lindsay, the B cover by Mirka Andolfo. A C cover by Riley Rossmo once again. It's really interesting to look at Declan Shalvey D cover. I like this one. And here we read Enter Goldface. Joe Mullen finds herself in the crosshairs of the bounty hunter Goldface. Sounds like a Bond villain. Absolute Superman number 15, a Sandoval A cover. A B cover by Gerald Perrell. Once again, a work of art. Gorgeous. Carmine G. Giandomenico. I'm sure I slaughtered that. And Juan Ferreira. That is awesome looking. Kind of a negative space use there. Action Cat hardcover trade paperback. Action Comics. Mark Waid. Now Action Comics is basically a Superboy title. Telling the early adventures of Superman when he was Superboy. We've got the A Soot cover, a B Samney cover with his classic retro style. Big fan of that. Elizabeth Tork cover with a super cute space cover with my boy Crypto. And then we have punk rock cover. DC is doing a entire punk rock variant cover across the month for punk rock, kind of in celebration of the Superman movie. That, being kind and being nice is the new punk. That's the Superboy one from Action Comics. Adventures of Superman, Book of L, number 5 of 12, A cover. A B cover by Sawi. C cover by Lucio Perillo. Gorgeous. I'm a fan of the Lucio Perillo painted style. Again, if you see something you want us to order for it, pre-order for you, subscribe to it, please reach out to us. You know how. And if you don't, I'll tell you at the end of the show. Afterburn, Bad Blood, number 2, from Red 5 Comics out of Houston. Alter Ego Magazine, number 188. Amazing Spider-Man by Steve Ditko. This is the artist edition. These are those huge artist books with the recreations, presentations of the original art as you would see it on the page that was turned in by the artist, in this case, Steve Ditko. These are 11 by 17 renditions of his art. The very first appearance of Spider-Man, to some of his most memorable moments, like no one has seen before, from world-renowned creator Steve Ditko, $195. But, boy, one-of-a-kind piece right there. There is also the regular cover edition. Aquaman 13. Aquaman 13 is a DC KO tie-in. Queen Mara versus Princess Andrina Blood Feud. DCKO tie-in for you DCKO fans, which I am one of. A Nathan Zerdy cover here. Nathan Zerdy, beautiful work as always. And then a Eom cover. Eom will be doing a CGC signing coming up soon. We have a Sawi cover. Art of Shantae hardcover from Udon Studios. Asterix Collector hardcover. Atelier Ryza official visual collection trade paperback, Volume 2 and Volume 3. Back issue magazine, Keith Giffen tribute issue. Back issue 166 featuring Superman and Lois Lane. Batgirl 15, Calm Before the Storm. Cool Jorge Fornes cover with Batgirl hanging upside down. Batman number 5. Batman has been fantastic for Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. And it just continues from here. That's the A cover. Beautiful Jim Lee cover. This cover was just released. Jim Lee nailing the cover with... So this is Damian then, because this is not Tim Drake's outfit, right? Unless Tim Drake changed his outfits. This looks like Damian to me. But yeah, I mean, it's got the hood and everything. That's Damian. Then we have a Julian Totino Tedesco cover. Really interesting to look at. This background of the restaurant, I'm guessing here. And then we have a Leslie Lyrics Lee cover featuring the all-new character. Her name is Lady Deathman. Fraction and Jimenez deliver a date night to remember. A night out with Bruce Wayne goes off the rails immediately for Dr. Annika Zeller. It seems her experimental Crown of Storms has marked her for death. And if they survive the legendary 000 gang, they'll still have to confront the sinister assassin known as Lady Deathman. Here is her appearance by Leslie Lyrics Lee on this cover. Then we have a Jorge Jimenez Bat Gadget cardstock cover. A Mitch Gerard Sweater Weather cover, another series of variants that DC does every year, this Sweater Weather. And then we have the Jorge Jimenez Ojo design cover for Lady Deathman. I would think this one or the Leslie Lyrics Lee are the ones to go with on this one. Or just your traditional A cover. And then there's a foil cover available of Jorge Jimenez A cover. And then we have the 1 in 25 David Aja cover. The Crow saying, use an Intrastar. Obviously, Batman. Batman and Robin 29 with, I think his name's Scarface, right? The ventriloquist doll. Really great Gilliam March cover here. Gilliam March coming from the fashion industry into comic book art. And I think it really shows. We have a Martin Simmons cover. Martin Simmons, renowned artist from Department of Truth, doing the return of Scarface. And then Batman and Robin trade paperback volume 2, The Gotham Cycle. Batman Green Arrow, The Question Arcadia, issue 2 of this 4-issue miniseries from Gabriel Hardman. We have the A. Gabriel Hardman cover. Then we have a Phil Hester cover here. Batman, Superman World's Finest, Volume 8 in either hardcover or trade paperback, the Mark Waid, Dan Morris series. Blue Falcon and Dynamite number 5, 2 different covers to choose from. Nope, make it 4 different covers to choose from. Why don't we go 6? Now, this is where we start our metal versions, our ratios, and we'll always get these with Dynamite, so I'll go through them quickly. If you're interested in what one of these ratios would cost you, please reach out. We'll give you a quote. Boat Life trade paperback, Volume 2. Bone trade paperback, Volume 6. This is Scholastic's color offering of the Bone series. Bone trade paperback, Volume 6 and Volume 7. Brave and the Bold, number 28, facsimile. We have a regular cover and a foil cover. This is a facsimile of the first appearance of the Justice League of America in Brave and the Bold, and this is a newer printing. This has been facsimile before. Also a blank cover, Brick Journal number 92, the magazine. Bullet Adventures, trade paperback collected edition, volume 1. And Court, Children of the Round Table, Tom Taylor's creator-owned series from DC, issue 5 of 6. B cover by Tony Valente. Catwoman, the New 52 Omnibus, hardcover. Cheetah and Cheshire Rob the Justice League, issue 6, the A cover by Nicola Scott. Beautiful Jared Perl cover here. Stunning. Also, C cover by Marguerite Sauvage. Chronicles of the Avatar, hardcover volume 6, The Awakening of Roku. And this is Avatar The Last Airbender, not the green or blue counterparts. Circus Maximus number 3 of 5 from Mad Cave. Clash of the Guards, trade paperback. Comic Book Creator number 37 magazine, The Secret Origin of Steve Englehart. Comic Shop News number 2003. We will continue getting this for you in the shop for free. Conan the Barbarian, trade paperback, volume 6, 2 different covers, one by Dan Panozan. Corto Maltese by Hugo Pratt. This is a series I am going to try out. I've been interested in for a while. I've heard it's one of the earliest comic book adventure comics. And it's supposed to be by Hugo Pratt, who's a master, or it is by Hugo Pratt, who has been talked about as being a master of the art form. Artist Hugo Pratt's most famous creation, the indefatigable, you decide, sailor Corto Maltese sails back to American readers after a far too long absence in Corto Maltese, Fable of Venice, and Other Adventures. Very interesting. I'm going to try it out, see if it's all it's cracked up to be, $19.99. And you can too. Cosmic Adventures of Astrid and Stella, book 5. Creatures and Corridors, hardcover, Bill Sienkiewicz. Criminal, trade paperback, volume 10, from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Going to be a TV series soon. Cryptology Magazine, issue 2, being reoffered, and then issue 8. Cyberarchy number 2 from Mad Cave Studios. Dark Souls, Design Works hardcover volume 1, as in Dark Souls, the video game. We have hardcover volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and then we have issue 2 of Dark Souls, Mother of Mourning, the current mini-series coming out about this game. Issue 2 of 4. This is the foil variant. It's being FOC'd before all the regular covers, so it gives them a little bit of extra time to get the foils ordered and made. DC Finest, The Demon, Birth of the Demon, trade paperback, from Jack Kirby and Lynn Wein. DCKO, the great event series going on across DC right now. Issue 3. Issue 2 just came out this week, this past Wednesday. Hopefully you all got your copy. Here is your chance to pick your copy of number 3. Issue cover A. This is the acetate cover. So this is the cover that is there behind the DCKO logo that you can see through and see this behind, and you open it up and this is the cover behind it. This is actually available in the regular cover and then also a foil. Cover B, Daniel Warren Johnson with Lobo and Harley Quinn. Cover C, Mike Del Mundo with the Patton homage. Cover D by Carla Cohen. Both her and her husband, Lucio Perillo, put out amazing covers, amazing offerings for DCKO number 3. The DCKO number 3 from Carla Cohen here, featuring Zatanna, a gorgeous cover. And then the Lucio Perillo, her husband, doing the Wonder Woman in full battle armor cover. Sanford Green of Bitterroot fame, doing a Dark Side plus his army cover. So many good covers to choose from here. G is the Dan Mora bracket cardstock cover, kind of like a video game. You can even see they have like the pixelated art there, like it's the fighting game character choice screen. And then, not to be outdone, Ben Oliver with a face-off cover of Lobo. Great cover. DCKO number 3, finally, cover I, the Dan Mora AEW cameo, and the foil we talked about earlier. The 1 in 25. Then we have DCKO Night Fight number 3. The whole Bat family has their own side of the DCKO where they fight it out themselves. This looks like it's going to be Batman versus Red Hood. Dan Mora cover number 3 for the A cover. B cover is Ludo Lullaby from Ghost Pepper and Riley Rospo. Dick Tracy Collection, trade paperback 1941. Dynamite Blood Red, A cover. B cover, Roberto Melli. C cover, Emilio Piliu. And then there is a Will Robson, and then we get a Will Robson 1 in 10, and several other ratios. The Digger number 1, a new series. Digger number 1. Invader Comics presents in 1930s Veracruz, Mexico, along the Gulf Coast, lie Olmec ruins, all but hidden to anyone from the outside world. Locals make money guiding academics and scholars through the region, but there is one name that is spoken in hushed tones, one name guides stay away from. They call him El Excavator. But the boy doesn't listen to whispers. He hasn't seen that no one returns from guiding the American in the hat. No, the boy doesn't know the man with the eyes of the devil. But the boy knows he needs money for his sick grandma, and the boy knows the American has money, and the boy knows where the ruins are. What begins as a guide and treasure hunter turns into cat and mouse. This is from Invader Comics, The Digger, number 1 of a 4-issue series. That's the A cover. Here is the B cover by Sam Gudelin and Michael Nelson. Don't forget your briefcase collected edition of the recent Mad Cave miniseries. DuckTales, Treasure of the Lost Lamp hardcover, volume 6. Eat Your Young, number 5. Elseworlds Batman Omnibus hardcover, volume 1. Enigma Town, trade paperback, volume 1. Erotech, number 2. Escape, number 5, the series from Rick Remender and Daniel Acuna, telling the story of war with anthropomorphic dogs and cats and creatures. We have the B cover, and it's the 1 in 15 B cover by Trad Moore. Essentials hardcover, Bill Sienkiewicz hardcover. Extraordinary Voyages, hardcover or trade paperback, all ages book here, featuring the adventures of Jules Verne. Every day after school, cousins and fellow mechamaniacs Naomi and Everett work on machines in their hideout treehouse. Coded elevators, ships, and more. In the backdrop, the world is at war, and mysterious giant robots are attacking both sides. Everything changes for our heroes when Naomi's parents pull them from school. Everett's father is missing, and their new nanny, Amelia, is not quite who she appears to be. Can the kids stay safe, find Everett's father, and continue inventing? Find out in this beautiful graphic novel inspired by the fantastically adventurous stories of Jules Verne. Okay, it's not about young Jules Verne, but it's inspired by Jules Verne's stories. Look how well drawn and interesting and intricate this is. I think this is great for young readers and old readers and young at heart old readers alike. Irie Magazine number 7, 7th Spectral issue. Farmhand trade paperback volume 5. If you've been reading Farmhand and collected edition volumes, here's the end, the final one. Rob Guillory brings it home in amazing fashion. Volume 5 of Rob Guillory's Farmhand. Fate Return to Avalon Takuchi Artworks hardcover. Feral number 19 from Tony Fleeks, Trish Forstner, and friend of the store, Tone Rodriguez. Also, there is a B cover, Five Nights at Freddy movie homage cover. Then the 1 in 10. Fielder, number 4. Gargoyles, Darkwing Duck, number 1. Another fun crossover series from Dynamite featuring Gargoyles and Darkwing Duck. Here's the A cover by Tad Stones. A B cover by Bigarella. There is a C cover by Declan Shalvey. Then we have the Cangliosi cover. There is a blank cover. There is also a blind bag. This is $10 blind bag. It does not reveal what's in the blind bag. I mean, I know it's blind, but obviously it doesn't tell us what you might pull, but I guess it will be blind and interesting. The number of blind bags is limited and allocations may occur. Metal Virgin cover as well, and the Virgin variant limited, and then a bunch of different ratios. If you're interested in a quote on one, let us know. Gotham City Sirens Unfit for Orbit collected edition of the recent miniseries trade paperback. Green Lantern Core, number 12. Cores Collide. The B cover is by Rian Gonzalez, featuring paper dolls of Guy Gardner, and it looks like there's a little ice, but I think it's everything. All the pieces are just Guy Gardner, and then ice is just a little chibi watching there. Scott Gorowski featuring Kilowog, and then we have an Ethan Young variant with the whole crew. Green Lantern, the Sinestro Corps War Compendium trade paperback. Great story here, collected in a compendium. Halloween Man, number 5, trade paperback volume 1, from Red 5 Comics. From Bad Idea, we have Crime Noir from Robert Venditti and David Lapham, Hank Howard, Pizza Detective in the Two Hollywoods. We have an Alex Maleev cover here for the A cover. New York Times bestselling writer Robert Venditti and world-renowned comics legend David Lapham have combined powers to bring you a striking new vision in the fight against crime. Hank's investigation into a deadly international crime syndicate gets hot when a longtime Big Caligula's employee is murdered in cold blood. He'll stop at nothing to bring the killers to justice, journeying cross-country to the crime-laden streets of Hollywood, California. There, he'll face off against the Australian Mafia Dodge fire-spitting flamethrowers, high-caliber shootouts, and a kangaroo on a choke chain in his most explosive adventure yet. A cover, Maleev. B cover by Lapham himself. C cover, Andrea Sorrentino. That is very noir. There, I like that. Then there's a 1 in 20 marks and a 1 in 50 3D edition. Hannah and the Hells versus the Beatles. Harley Quinn, Collected Edition Volume 2, trade paperback. Holy Brawl, number 1, from Keenspot. When a fearless priest is summoned to perform an exorcism at Lily's house in Germany, he brings along some very unconventional methods, and a dark past that's about to catch up with him. An ancient enemy awaits, and what follows is a battle of fists and pure chaos. Get ready for an explosive mix of action, horror, comedy, and killer artwork in Holy Brawl, a supernatural showdown for all ages. $5.99. Here's the A cover. There is a B cover, which is a blank sketch variant. C cover is a Fabio white holofoil, and D is a white metal. Hunger, Bill Sienkiewicz hardcover cover. Bill Sienkiewicz just did the cover. This is about zombies and vampires. Infernal Girl Red, Book 2, Number 2 of 3 in the Radiant Black Massiverse. B cover, and a 1 in 25. It Killed Everyone But Me, issue 5 of 5, A and B. Jack Kirby Collector Magazine, number 92. Jerry Siegel, yes, co-creator of Superman, Jerry Siegel, The Syndicate of Crime. And then we have Syndicate of Crime versus the Crime Genie and versus the Crook from Space. Johnny Red from Garth Ennis and Keith Burns, A Couple of Heroes, and The Hurricane. JSA 15 with a beautiful B cover by Leslie Lyrics Lee. Junk This Journal, trade paperback, inspirations on every page. Justice League, the New 52 trade paperback, book 3. Kaya, trade paperback, book 5, from Image Comics and Wes Craig. The Legend Testers, 60th anniversary trade paperback. Lego Botanical Almanac hardcover and Lego In Focus hardcover. Life and Death of Fritz the Cat, collected edition trade paperback. The classic Simon Bisley, Keith Giffen, Lobo back-to-back. Lost Fantasy, number 6, A cover, and then the PlayStation homage cover to that video game, which I'd remembered before, and now it's escaping me. But you know what it is, and it's a good one. You sneak around. Yep, that one. B cover there. 1 in 15, 1 in 25. And a E cover by Emma Claire Pena. Great looking cover. Loud House hardcover, volume 26, and softcover as well. Love Arco, Wad of Fate, Artworks hardcover. Lucky Devils, number 6. A cover and B cover. And a Youngblood team-up variant, both in color and in black and white. Mark Spears, Monsters, The Wolf. The Monster and the Wolf, excuse me. Mark Spears, Monsters, The Monster and the Wolf. Number 2, A cover by Mark Spears. B cover by Mark Spears. The 1 in 25 by Mark Spears. And the 1 in 100, obviously, by Mark Spears. And then a open order Deep Impact FOC add-on variant here. Also by Mark Spears. Mary Shelley, trade paperback from Mad Cave. Mary Shelley being the writer of Frankenstein or Steen. Mega Man X number 0. We will get 6 issues. Finally, not a one-shot. We'll get 6 issues from Udon Studios of Mega Man 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is the first issue. The X generation of Mega Man gets its own comic series. In this special prelude issue, the Reploid hero known as X travels the highways of the future on his first solo mission, hunting a Reploid who has gone rogue, a maverick. Strap on your X-Buster for more robotic action than ever. We got the A cover here by Jeffrey Cruz, the interior artist. A B cover by Edwin Huang. C cover, Hanzo Steinbeck, and then the 1 in 5 by Royce Sutherland. That is a captivating 1 in 5 there. Mega Man X Dive, official complete works hardcover. Mickey Mouse, this is actually Mickey Mouse number 2 from the new Fantagraphics series, legacy numbering number 332, and the story is part 1 of 2. Next up, we have the B cover by Corrado Mastantuono and a 1 in 10 by Floyd Gottfredson. Monster Hunter Illustrations hardcover volume 1 and volume 2 and volume 3. Mr. Terrific Year 1. This series took off after Superman the movie came out. Most people had missed the early issues and they shot up in price. You can go ahead and grab the collected edition now that we all know how great Mr. Terrific is, or how terrific he is. Great collected edition of this recent miniseries. New Gods #1 from Jack Kirby. We have a facsimile with the regular cover or a foil cover available. And why not? Also a facsimile blank cover. One of the DC compacts I'm most excited to start sharing with people. As a comic shop owner, one of my favorite things to do with the DC compacts is introduce people to new stories. Nightwing Leaping into the Light by Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo. This is what made me fall in love with Nightwing as a character, and hopefully it will with you or someone you know as well. This is great. $10. What a story to jump into. Nightwing Leaping into the Light. Oil and Water, the paintings of Brian J. Haberlin. Lots and lots of Brian J. Haberlin covers, especially for early 2000s Image. Really looking forward to see what's inside this Oil and Water art book. Okami, as in Okami, the official video game from Capcom. Complete Works, trade paperback. Our Soot-Stained Heart, #2, Mad Cave. Persona 5 plus Persona 5 Royal Official Design Works hardcover. The Phantom #4, Freddie Williams II cover from Mad Cave. And then a Kanan White Wancho variant. And a Natasha Bustos variant. Planet Death, planet-sized edition. This is an 11x17 oversized artist edition featuring the gorgeous art of Tomas Guerrero. Really fun action, punch you in the face sci-fi series, but it's really the art that brings it home. And this is a real way to get to enjoy it. There's also going to be a black and white version and a pencils with original art sketch version. Poison Ivy #40, A cover Jessica Fong, B cover Nubovich. Poison Ivy never disappoints when it comes to covers. Similar to Harley Quinn and Catwoman, all just killing it in the cover department. Eom cover is the C, this amazing Joshua Swaby cover. Stunning. Debarcado cover and a Sweater Weather cover. Radically Rearranged Ronin Ragdoll's Adventures #100 from Image Comics. I know this came out. Another issue of this came out back in the 80s. I think this is tied to Kevin Eastman somehow. My understanding is this is the comic book that the semi-autobiographical character from, what is the series called? Drawing Blood, which is by Kevin Eastman and Ben Bishop. This is the in-universe comic book that he works on within that series. And here we actually get a issue of it. Retro Fan Magazine #36. Rival Schools Official Complete Works hardcover. A new Saga Deluxe Edition hardcover, Volume 4. Savage Sword of Conan. We are getting an advanced FOC for the foil cover. Scoop Trade Paperback, Volume 4. Silly Symphonies Collector's Box Set. That looks like Donald Duck in there. Skin Police, #2. Excuse me, Skin Police 2, #4. And a B cover and a full art variant. Skyclad #1, a mature title coming from Keenspot. Something Beyond the Petrichor. This is from Red 5 Studios. Really interesting idea. Let me just read this to you real quick. Red 5 Comics presents, though the world around her was destroyed by the mysterious acid rain that started 18 months ago, Jocelyn Alvarez survived thanks to the unaffected plastic tarp that covered her home. Now Jocelyn and her talking stuffed turtle, Quigley, journey through the deadly deluge in search of something beyond the petrichor. Issue 1 of 4. That's enough to get me to try the first issue. Space Ghost #7. We got a Matina A cover. Jay Lee B cover. Michael Cho C cover. D cover by Bjorn Barons. And then we have a bunch of variants on those covers. Spawn, Battle for the Throne, Part 2. Trade paperback. Scorched, from the Spawn universe, number 47, A, Bjorn Barons, B, Thaddeus Roebuck. Spawn the Dark Ages, number 2 of 6, Liam Sharp cover. B cover by Ryan Brown. More from Udon. Street Fighter Swimsuit Special Collection hardcover Volume 1 and Volume 2. And Street Fighter V Climax Arts plus Alpha to 6. Studio Ghibli notebook and Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro notebooks. Super Science hardcover with a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Supergirl number 9. A cover's great, but Crypto! Super Pets! One by Chris Izulo, one by Joe Quiones, one by Lucas Meyer, and my favorite, the Fan Yang Sweater Weather. Crypto is just living the life right there, isn't he? Amazing. And then the best of all the punk rock variants they're doing across the whole line is this Supergirl one by Marguerite Sauvage. Superman 75, The Death of Superman, gets a facsimile. Why? I don't know. It's like the third or fourth best-selling comic of all time, but, let's make a facsimile. Can only up those numbers from here. Tankhead Mechanical Encyclopedia Art Book, hardcover. Teen Titans Go, number 11. Thundercats Lost, number 10, with an A cover and a B cover. C cover by Megan Hetrick. D cover by Marco Fayella. And then several ratio incentive variants. Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, The Shiver of Christmas Town. D cover, Disney Library variant. And E cover, Blank Authentics variant. So we start with the D cover, okay? And then we have an F cover, J. Lee Metal version, and a 1 in 10, and a J cover, 1 in 25. I'm guessing these are all pre-FOCs. These, they need a little bit more runtime, time before sending to the printer. We'll probably get the A, B, and C covers next week. Tin Can Society, the long-awaited finale to the Tin Can Society series from Image Comics, issue 9 of 9. 1 in 20. Tommy the Coward, hardcover or trade paperback. Unchosen, trade paperback collected edition from Image Comics. Vampirella 9A, B, C, D, E, G, and then a bunch of other ratio incentive options. Vertigo 2026 Preview Special Edition. These will be free. We will have them at the shop for you. If you'd like one mailed to you, please let us know as well. Stick on your folder. You got it. Walking Dead 128. Walking Dead Deluxe 128. A cover, B cover. C cover. And Warwolf number 3 of 8. Where Does the Rainbow End? This is a prequel series to the recent Love Story. I think it was called Love Story, Robots Love Story. Love Me, a Romance Story that came out. And this is the prequel to that interesting sci-fi romance comedy book. 2 covers to choose from. Cowboys of Moo Mesa, number 4. And we have the 1 in 20. The oft delayed and FOC'd over and over and over again, Wizard of Oz, the official film adaptation hardcover or softcover. One day it will actually come out, I assume. Wonder Woman Black and Gold 2026 special. This was a great miniseries several years back, and it's great. It's nice to see another one-shot coming out of the Wonder Woman Black and Gold run with a Cliff Chang cover here and a Mitch Gerards cover. Zootopia hardcover or trade paperback. That's it from Lunar. Now let's take a look at the offerings from PRH. Okay, here we go from PRH, where we're going to find Marvel, Boom, Dark Horse, Distillery, IDW, Ignition Press, Titan. First up is Amazing Spider-Man Torn, #4, the series from J. Michael Straczynski. The A cover by Pereira Perez. Then there is a 1 in 25 incentive ratio from Mark Buckingham. A Marvel Cosmic Invasion variant. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a new game coming out in this art style, and these covers are in that same art style. A Phil Noto variant. Enjoy the cover here with Peter, MJ, and Gwen. Arcadia #2, the Inaki Miranda cover, done by the Miranda brothers, the Clayton Henry cover. We have issue 1 of this series, a sci-fi series from the creators of We Live. Big fan of these guys. I just got in the Kickstarter for this book. Huge supporters of these two brothers, and this series looks insanely good. We have issue 1 if you want to get one. Pre-order issue 2 as well. Avengers 34, we've got the X-Men trading card variant with Aurora Monroe Storm. And then we have the Kafu variant available as well. Virgin ratio, and then a Jung and Yoon ratio. Leonardo Romero variant, and a Mark Bagley spoiler variant. We have a Paulo Rivera homage cover, and this is homaging Giant Size X-Men #1. And then this fantastic wraparound cover. They're doing a every X-Man ever. Let's see if this looks a little better. There we go. Doing an every Avenger ever connecting cover, and this is a wraparound part of that. Battle World #5. We have the A cover, then we have the Mike McCone Days of Future Past cover, featuring Storm in the Days of Future Past outfit. There is also a 5-part connecting variant from Nick Bradshaw, this one featuring Daredevil and Kingpin. The Beauty, Book 1. This is a collected edition of the horror story from Ignition Press. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring #5. We have the A cover, but then we have this Fleek's movie homage cover. I don't know what movie this is an homage to. I would be interested to find out if you do know. I mean, the guy went bunny hunting, you know? Sometimes you go bunny hunting. It is what it is. We have the storybook cover. Then we have 3 incentive ratios here. Black Cat #6, we have an Adam Hughes cover. Looks like Black Cat is going to be visiting with Daredevil. Here is the Adam Hughes cover. I love this big, kind of probably a stained glass window behind them. And then as for variants, we also have the Clayton Crane cover. There is an incentive ratio version of this also. Other open order covers include the David Nakayama cover. And then there is also an open order Gleb Moundakov cover. That is Black Cat #6. Briar Knight's Terror #2. We have an A and a B cover. The B cover is by Lee. So Sue Lee. Very nice. A couple incentive ratio, then an unlimited variant, which is full art. Castlevania Nocturne, The Art of the Animated Series, Creepy Archives, Volume 13, Cyberpunk 2077, yes, the video game series, Cyberpunk 2077, has a new comic series, Chrome #1 here, with an A cover, a B cover, a C cover, a D cover. Those are the 4 covers to choose from. Looks like there's no ratio incentives, just 4 open order covers for Cyberpunk 2077, Chrome #1. Charles Soule's run on Daredevil is being collected into these nice trade paperbacks, Back in Black, Death of Daredevil, and The Dark Art, $24.99 each. Deadpool Wolverine, A Time of Strife, is being collected as well. From Ignition Press, we have Deluge #3 with an A cover and a B cover. And then Doctor Strange #2, we see Doctor Strange here fighting side by side with Angela, sister of Thor. There is a Chris Campana incentive ratio variant. Here is an open order Ejikure variant and a Leonardo Romero open order variant. Dungeons of Doom #1. Spinning out of One World Under Doom, here is the next series by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Benjamin Percy. That's the A cover. In the aftermath of One World Under Doom, with Doom's castle empty and masterless, the superpowers of the world race to claim and control the untold power and technology that await inside. But when an explosion sends them all plummeting into a dungeon labyrinth that none of them knew was there, what began as an arms race becomes a terrifying game of survival. Who, if any, will survive? And what horrors lie within the dungeons of doom? These are some incentive ratio variants. Here is the open orders, like the Clayton Crane variant. Also the Justin Mason Foreshadow variant. With Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards working there, and somebody watching him. Also available is a Jeff Shaw Foreshadow variant, featuring the Red Hulk. Dungeons of Doom. The Expanse Dragontooth Deluxe Edition hardcover. Fantastic Four 52, a facsimile edition of the first appearance of Black Panther. We have a foil edition. There is a 1 in 25 and the regular cover. The Guy in the Chair from Dark Horse Comics, issue 3. The History of Metroidvania, Decade 1, 1980 to 1990. $54.99 hardcover book. Iron Man #1. I am excited about this new Iron Man #1. It looks like they are taking it back to real cool Marvel superhero storytelling by Joshua Williamson, who comes over from DC with a amazing resume of the work he's done over there. The unapologetic Iron Man is a once-in-a-lifetime hero, but the beating heart behind the armor is a once-in-a-century genius. Years ago, Tony Stark was knocking on death's door, so he created the Iron Man armor to survive. What happens the next time death comes calling? What weapon does he create then? What if someone else creates it first? These questions have haunted Tony for years, a ticking time bomb inside of him waiting to explode. Femme Fatale Madame Mask has also asked these questions, and with the power of advanced idea mechanics behind her, she's ready to create the next great weapon. Welcome superstar Joshua Williamson as he makes his powerful return to the hallowed halls of Marvel, taking the reins of the Golden Avenger with legacy Stormbreaker Carmen Carnero. This is classic superhero storytelling in the mighty Marvel manner, just how you like it. Okay, so we have a couple of incentive ratios, a version of the Villa Lobos that we don't have the cover yet, a version of the Clayton Crane. We have a Talavera cover that we don't have the art for yet. We also have a version of that Talavera cover that is a ratio. We have a not totally finished Elizabeth Torque Madame Mask variant. We do have that Pablo Villalobos to look forward to getting that cover. Scotty Young cover here. It is part of a connecting covers series by Scotty Young.
Do you want me to use Chat GPT to answer that?
Nope, no thank you. At this point, if you don't know who Scotty Young is or what you're getting with Scotty Young, then I don't know what to tell you. But Chat GPT might. Adam Kubert promo art cover. A Gerardo Sandoval foil variant. That'll look really cool in foil, I think. Here is a Declan Shalvey foil armor variant. I think that'll also look cool in foil. Here is the Clayton Crane variant. Clayton Crane draws a mean Iron Man. I remember Clayton Crane's covers back from the War Machine Punisher covers. He did amazing with those, and this is a great Iron Man from Crane. All right, what else do we have? Does that cover them all? Oh, we have a Marvel Cosmic Invasion cover. Again, from the new video game Cosmic Invasion, using that art style. And then I believe that was close to the end. Oh, we have a Annie Wu Foreshadow cover that is currently classified. All right, a lot of covers to choose from there on the new Iron Man #1. Mighty excited for that one. Lavender Jack, #1 from us. This is a webtoon book. Logan, Black, White, and Blood, #1. The Black, White, and Red, Black, White, and Blood, Black, White, and Gold anthology series. I think it's perfectly suited to Logan here. Alex Maleev cover to start us off. The Brutal and Violent Life of Logan, Wolverine, a.k.a. Logan's long and violent history, is showcased in brand new tales by top-tier talent in brutal Black, White, and Red. Tom Waltz and Alex Lenz reveal Logan's never-before-revealed military service during the 1950s, with a secret connection to a fan-favorite Marvel character. A mission in seedy 1970s Times Square puts Logan on the trail of a deranged serial killer, as told by Saladin Ahmed and Adam Kubert. Survival is the name of the game after Logan escapes from Weapon X by Larry Hama and David Wachter. We have the A cover here, Maleev, and then we also have an incentive ratio by Wool Chu Lee, an incentive version of Sarantino's cover. The Sarantino is also open order without the virgin. And then there is one more open order cover, and this is the Adam Kubert cover. I think this one is the best one in my opinion. All right, and that is Logan. Next, we have Luna Snow World Tour #1. Luna Snow, the Korean K-pop star, created by Greg Pak for the Marvel card battling game that I can't remember the name of currently. Let's see, Luna Snow on an all-new adventure. As the world recovers from Doctor Doom's takeover, K-pop star and ice-wielding superhero Luna Snow hits her lowest low yet. So she takes her music into her own hands and hits the road. But when a new K-pop star appears on the scene with music that's so catchy it's criminal, Luna has to shift into hero mode to defend the very fans who can't stand her. Can she win their hearts and save the day? And which beloved Marvel heroes will join her along the way? Here we have a great Hero cover featuring Jeff Landshark. And of course, if anyone can draw Jeff, it's Hero. Next up, we have a Leslie Lyrics Lee featuring Luna Snow and Dazzler, the two pop stars of the Marvel Universe. There is a classified cover, which is the first look at a new costume coming to Marvel Rivals by Fan Yang. And then we have the Net Tease cover. There you go. That's Luna Snow. Two new graphic boxes available, a Amazing Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral and a Daredevil. We'll be getting plenty of those both in. Zach Kaplan's Masterminds. It's kind of a Squid Games type series. Issue 3. We still have issues 1 and 2 available in stock, including signed copies of issue 1 if you want to get on board this great series from Zach Kaplan, friend of the store, and interesting new Dark Horse series. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, number 4. Lots of cover choices. If you're interested in one, let me know. These 3 are all incentive. These 4 are all incentive ratios. But this one in particular, this one with Usagi Yojimbo, there is a open order variant of it right here that's not Virgin. Misfit City Complete Collection, and Miss Truesdale and the Rise of Man number 2 from Mike Mignola and Jesse Lonergan, including in full Jesse Lonergan style cover B with a woman inside of a whale, whale suit. Nova Centurion number 1 gets a second printing. This is the 1:25 ratio Frank Miller Virgin cover. But we do have first print still available in stock. But if you want the second print open order, here it is by Ivan Shavrin. One World Under Doom, all the issues collected together here in a trade paperback. Marvel's compact series, the Marvel Premiere Collection, the $14.99 series, priced compact series, Planet Hulk. $14.99 for the Planet Hulk story from Greg Pak. Well worth your $14.99. Absolutely highly recommended. Powers 25, number 4, from Brian Bendis and Michael Avon Oeming. 2 covers. If you missed out on Predator Badlands number 1, we certainly sold out of it. Everyone's raving about it. There is a second printing available. This is the ratio incentive, but this is the open order cover. If you missed out, we don't have any more. Get a second printing. Red Book 1, number 3, from Michael Avon Oeming and James Tynan IV. And a B cover by Allison Sampson. Runaways, Think of the Children. This is the One World Under Doom tie-in Runaways series collected together. Psy, Dimensional Rivals, a new series by Peach Momoko and friends. Peach Momoko takes you on a multi-dimensional ride with Psy, an almost dreamlike work. Peach Momoko has assembled a collective of artists, all telling one story with many parts, as Psy makes her way through the multiverse. A true spectacle of the comics medium unlike anything you've seen before. There is a Nogi-san incentive ratio, a Peach Momoko Virgin ratio, an Ivan Coelho open order cover, which is beautiful. And a Stan Sakai, who also does some of the internal artwork. Here is Stan Sakai, creator, cartoonist of Usagi Yojimbo. And plus the A Momoko cover for Psy. Spirits of Violence, number 4. There's the main cover there. There is a Clayton Crane cover, a Virgin Clayton Crane, and a Kari Andrews cover. I'll go ahead and give you a closer look at the Clayton Crane and the Kari Andrews. Here is the Clayton Crane cover, the main cover, and the Kari Andrews cover. That is Spirits of Violence number 4. Lower Decks 15, an A cover and a B cover. Strange New Worlds, The Seeds of Salvation number 5, A, B, and C. And then an incentive ratio of that as well. Captain Kirk in the future on the last Starship. We have IDW Star Trek The Last Starship. A cover by Frank Avella and B cover by Lindell. And a full art incentive ratio variant. Star Trek Legacy of Vader, a Luke Ross A cover. A Balmadar Rivas B cover. A incentive Kyle Hotz cover. Starship Godzilla number 4, the A cover. And the B cover. And a Rise movie homage incentive ratio cover. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, based on the animated series, number 3, A and B. And then we have the regular Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 14, A cover by Freddie Williams II. And then we have more open order covers, like the B cover by Eastman, but we don't have art for that yet. A C cover by Cullum. A D cover by Byrne, probably Stephen Byrne. Yep, Stephen Byrne. And then we have several incentive ratios here. Looks like probably a version of the Eastman cover, right? A Baldion cover with them on the rooftops looking at a sunset. And then a 1 in 75 Shalvey cover, Declan Shalvey. That is TMNT 14. TMNT Battle Nexus number 3. This is a weekly series where TMNT universes battle each other, from the Mirage comic universe to the IDW universe to the different animated series and the live action movies. They all come together to battle, and a weekly battle royale / Nexus. We have the A cover by Kafagi, the B cover by Campbell. We'll take a look at these covers real quick. Behold, the Deadly Ninjara from Sophie Campbell. And then, yeah, they're all open order. Here's the classic homage to X-Men 150. This looks like it's the Mirage Jim Lawson boys versus the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle animated series boys. Then we have TMNT Journeys number 5, reprinting the Peter Laird Jim Lawson Mirage second series of TMNT. Tomb Raider Sacred Artifacts number 1. This is the new Dark Horse Tomb Raider series. Torrin Clark, only one cover to choose from, so can't go wrong. Then Touched by a Demon from Dark Horse Comics. Ultimates number 20. Marvel Universe Ultimates number 20. We have the Ultimate Nick Fury here. I'm waiting to hear what the big twist is. There's got to be one. Yes, I'm sure the Marvel Ultimate Universe is ending, but there's got to be more to it. There's a twist coming, and I want to know what it is. Classified. More proof there's a twist coming. This is the Injunctly Ultimate Special Spoiler variant. And then we have a Salvador LaRocca variant featuring The Maker. Valiant Beyond with Harbinger number 4 and Exo Manowar number 5, both starting new story arcs. VR Troopers number 6 from Boom Studios, and some ratio incentive variants, as well as the VR Troopers Power Rangers Flipbook Facsimile number 5. Web of Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 2, featuring one of my favorite stories, Spider-Hulk. 2 different covers to choose from. Wednesday, the official Oracle deck, Oracle cards. The long-awaited White Boat from Scott Snyder and Francesco Francavilla from Distillery. I'm looking forward to them finally finishing this series so they can put out a nice, beautiful hardcover edition. Guys, that's it. We did it. We made it through FOC. If you saw anything you liked and you want to order it, please reach out to us. Let us know. Email, text, phone, Facebook, Discord. Go ahead and reach out to us and let us know what you'd like to get. Please, if you're not already following us here on YouTube, subscribe and click that bell. Thank you very much.